Yes guys, so there was some power issue, that's why stream got ended. Look at this, we are still consolidating. Let's see. Yes, that's the inversion. As I told, that should react immediately from that. It should just react immediately from this gap right there. It should not close below the midpoint of this gap now. It should react on the upside because this is the 830 opening price and we went below it. We went below the 830 opening price and look at that wick. That's just enticing retailers and giving smart money the opportunity to go long. That's the 830 opening price, and look at that, how price went inside that gap right there and reacting off that. But I don't like to see such move. I want to see it should now break all that and close on the upside. Yes, now let's just look at that. Yes, look at that. I told you guys that it should just come down and react immediately on the upside, and it did exactly like that. But it should close above this midpoint of this gap on the upside. Look at that, how bodies are staying above that. Yes, now it's the turn to break that. This is the minor buy side we are looking for. That is the minor buy side liquidity. That's the minor buy side. That is the buy side from last Friday. And that is the weekly objective we are looking for. but again it is just dilly-dallying around this level. Let's see how we react inside this 850 to 910 macro. I think it should just pull the prices higher. That's the another macro, which is 850 to 910 inside the pre-opening session. This gap that this gap should not fill in completely, and now it should break these levels right there. People, those who are in short, they have their stop losses right above this and this, or else they are seeing this as resistance, or they are creating new shorts. They should get butchered. So we took this high, but again we are coming down inside this, so I don't like that. It needs to close above this on the closing basis. This is just wicking through it, and bodies are staying inside below this. That is not good. Should break it like with a good force. See, 3 minute also staying inside it. It took these stop losses but closed below. So that is the reason why I'm telling you guys that it should break above this. Just 1 more minute for this macro to start. Is reacting, break this, not this gap is holding the price lower. Now it should break it on the upside, or else we are gonna go right below there. It is going below there because this gap is acting as the inversion, but it needs to get broken on the upside. I have removed the risk from that trade. and yes, it is reacting of that. This is the wick, and let's just read that wick. We'll just do the grading. Yes, we are reacting and it needs to go below here. I told you it should break and close above it. It did not, and then this gap become the inversion. Once it broke it, it went touch it, and it is going down to take the stop losses below this or this. That is the condition in high resistance liquidity run when there is no news. Yes, it is going down now. Side at 850 to 910 macro. Just this. The busy 5 minute. I need to see the candlestick clearly, so I'm just removing it towards the left. Yes, price has came down, taken, what's the low right there? 770.6, and the low here is 770.6. Yes, if it's, yes, now this looks good. It did not close above that. Let's see. We are still inside that macro, and we have done the part that is required. Now we have brought it below the Sunday and 8:30. I'm exiting this. I need to wait it out now. No point in pushing and pushing inside this consolidation with high resistance. It is very difficult to trade such choppy markets. But look at that, I was telling you guys again and again that it should break above that midpoint and close, but it did not, and that is the reason why it is reacting like this on the downside, and that is good. I'm really happy it is reacting like that, because now this becomes the objective for the market session after 9:30. That is good. But still we got 1:1, 1:1 two times, and it came over, so it means it is not going to move very higher on the one side or very lower on the one side. So now sell side liquidity, we have grabbed it. That's how it looks like, where 7 a.m. started, come down, took them and moved higher, down. That's 79% retracement level. Yes, it is going down, and that is good because we are looking for higher prices, and we are trading below the 8:30 the Sunday's opening, but we are still higher above the midnight opening, which is right there. Now it has broken it the downside, so move lower and take them out. If you can just watch the previous live stream, you will gonna know why I was telling that it should close above the midpoint of this. It should close above the midpoint of this, and it did not. And also I was expecting that this gap should not completely fill in, but it did right there, and this gap only acted as the inversion fair value gap for the downside. But I was not interested in trading the downside, but that gap acted beautifully right there. That's the inverted fair value gap. Look at that. That's the very first one before the stop run. That's the stop hunt right there. Came down, broke that, come inside to the midpoint of that, and then move lower. Once again come down, touch the low, and it is moving lower, and that is good for us. We took some long entries, but it didn't work out in our favor. But even initially it did. Initially we got 1:1, 1:1, and but I was looking to hold it for some time. I was not looking for just 1:1 very short term scalping. Otherwise, this trade right here, that's a pretty good trade. And again this gap, price stayed inside it and rolled over, moved lower. But at 9:30 can blast, it can just boom 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 on the upside. Okay, so give me 5 minutes. Just 3 more minutes to go. It just came down and took that once again, so it is just very really very thing back and forth, all that always. Is just very consolidating. That is good, but now it should just drop down and take these all these individuals out. Let's see, few more seconds to go. How it reacts at 9:30. Should have taken these out. Let's see, 10 seconds to go. That's where we opened. That's the 9:30 opening, and it did that, just ripped lower, took all of them out, reacted from this. Now we can see really good upside. Look at that, all these people, those who are short, but it is still reacting from this. So let's just mark the 9:30 opening price. That's the 9:30 opening price. Yes, right there, that's the 9:30. Look at that, enticing retailers to go short, and that's the Sunday opening price. It should just rip higher. I need it to break above this and close, but still what I am expecting is not happening. It is just reacting back and forth from that. Look at that, reacted exactly from that, and now ripping lower. That's the sell side, they might take them. Is reacting from the midpoint of that Sunday imbalance. Let's see if we can take these sell side out. just chopping around. Let me also remove this. Yes, we have taken out the sell side. Let's see if we can take these out. So we understood that this gap right there, it is still holding the price inside the lower half, and we haven't got any first presented fair value gap for today. Just 3 minutes in. Let's see. I would like to see a bump below this. We can. Let me just check the 15-minute. Okay, it has gone inside this gap right there. See, we have down. We are reacting this. Let's see. Let's wait for 950 to 1010 macro. That is the reason why I say when there is no high or medium impact news, price can really be very choppy and frustrating. Yes, I need it to go below this now. Let's do it. Let's go below this. Take all the people out, those who tried to go long. Yeah, we have done that now. And now again I will be hunting for higher prices because now the sell side from the pre-market session has been taken and there is no news today. But if I just add negative 0.5 minus 1 and reverse this, so this is the area. Now we are trying to go and take this. Let's see this possible, this level right there. Yes, now we have seen some expansion. That's the first presented fair value gap. Let me just mark that out. From this low to this high, that is the first fair value gap for today. Right, say no, it has completely overtake that. So yes, we have taken the sell side now, and let's see now. I think retail is trying to go short. Looking at this, we have now taken these people out. Let's see. Let's see. And let me just mark the 950. That's the 950. We have now looking for higher prices. Let's see. We can. I'm just taking this as the SL because we have taken down the London session lows, and this down close candle should now support the prices higher. Let's see. But it needs to break above this up close candle. It needs to break above that. Man, it is just again trying to go once more time. I have exited that. That's the midnight opening, and now let it go below it. Let's see if we get that fair value gap, and if we can go below this midnight opening.